Alright, what is going on, everyone? It is Alex or Phase Zap here today, bringing you guys a brand new video. And I have a story to share with you guys. I have something to tell you that happened to me yesterday, and it was really fucking weird. Really weird, really scary. It was a lot of things. It was pretty funny, too. And it's so weird because nothing like this has ever happened to me before. It was so random, so out of the blue. But yeah, enough talking about it. Let me tell you guys what actually happened. So obviously, as you can tell from the title, I don't know what I'm going to title this yet, probably like something about road rage. So what happened was me, Doug, Face Sensor, the guy I made my video yesterday with, FaZe, Banks, and Strobe. You guys probably don't know Strobe. I mean, they've all been on my channel, but you guys are probably more familiar with Doug and Banks. But all four of us, we were in a car, right? We were driving to Panera, we went through drive-thru, we turned around, we started heading home. And as we're driving home, we hear this really loud, like, hard horn. Because you know how some people tap their horn, they just kind of press it, and you know, it's not really that intimidating, it's just kind of like a little squeak. But this was a hard horn, like, this horn was loud as fuck. But you know, obviously, we didn't think anything of it, you know, we were just driving, doing our thing. And the next thing we know, this car, this white Altima, you know, what are the chances it's an Altima, pulls up next to us, and you know, they all roll their windows down, they're all yelling, like, out of their car at us in our car, driving just down the road. And me and, like, everyone in the car were like, oh, you know, they must be fans, they must have recognized the car, seen the FaZe logo, you know, they probably watch our videos. Because this has happened multiple times, and you know, we're driving somewhere or coming home from somewhere, and people recognize our car on the road, and they just pull up next to us, and they just say, what's up, you know, whatever, and then they drive away. So that's what we all thought it was, you know, we didn't really think much of it. We thought it was just, you know, some fans saying what's up, you know, we said what's up, and you know, we thought that was the end of it. And then they just kept following us for a few more minutes, so Banks was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna take out my phone and take a Snapchat. Because you guys know Banks, he doesn't upload, he just posts Snapchats all day. So he takes out his phone, and he rolls down the window, and he's like, hey, homie, like, throw up the FaZe up for Snapchat. He, like, has his phone out, he's like, yo, throw the FaZe up sign up. Which is this, if you guys don't know what FaZe up is, it's when you do this with your hands, and it makes an F, so it looks like the FaZe logo. So Banks was trying to take a cool Snapchat of them, like, in the car, you know, all throwing up the FaZe logo, because we thought they were fans. And when Banks did this, like, he threw up this little sign, they were actually, like, screaming at us. This kid, like, stuck his head out the window, and, like, you could tell, like, that's not, like, the way we thought they were gonna react. What I think happened is that they thought we threw up some kind of gang sign at them when they were, like, driving on the side of us. So that's what pissed them off, and what happened next is fuck. Like, we almost got into, like, this crazy car accident in the middle of an intersection because of it. So this is what happened. Like I said, we're both driving down the road, lane to lane, and then out of nowhere, the kids in this car, like, as we're driving lane to lane, after they see the FaZe up signs and everything like that, they floor it, they cut right in front of us and brake. In the middle of an intersection. Like, the light was red and everything, and they stopped their car in the middle of an intersection with us right behind them. And Sensor was the driver, you know, Doug, the guy I mentioned earlier. Luckily, you know, he was attentive to the situation, and he slammed on his brakes really hard so we didn't rear end these fucking crazy assholes. And then after they braked in front of us, they all got out of the car at a red light in the middle of an intersection. They fucking braked their car right in front of us and all got out and started walking to our car. And when that happened, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little scared. I thought they were gonna, you know, pull some shit. Because these kids just did that in the middle of an like, what are they gonna do next? Like, how fucking crazy are they? They get out of the car, they're all pulling their saggy ass pants up, walking over to us. And Doug, the driver, he was freaking the fuck out. Like, he was scared for his life. I think he thought they had a knife or a gun or something. So as they were walking, Doug fucking, like, swerved right. Like I said, we were in the middle of an intersection, so instead of going straight, which we were supposed to, he just went to the right and went into some random neighborhood. And then after that happened, everyone in the car was just like, what the fuck was that? We were all so confused, and like, we were trying to figure out what the fuck, like, what just happened? What did we do to these kids? Like, why did they react like that? And fucking, like, why the fuck did they get out of the car and come at us? And it was like, whatever, we just kept driving, and we started heading back to the house. And like I said, this car is a white Altima, so 5 minutes later, like 5 minutes after we just swerve into this neighborhood and like do a loop-de-loop and then go back on our road home, I see them pulling up, like, back behind us. And then after that, we're like, okay, obviously, these kids got a problem, we don't know what's going on, let's just try to talk to them. And as we're doing this, these kids are, like, continuing to drive like crazy assholes, trying to fucking, like, ram into us and, like, swerve around us, and just a bunch of crazy shit. And Banks rolled down his window as they were next to us, you know, after they pulled up next to us again, and he started talking to them. And he said something like, oh, we thought you guys were fans, you know, this must just be a misunderstanding. And these kids were starting, like, they were cursing at us back. They were like, what the fuck, why would we be fans of you? And they were still following us, and we were like, alright, whatever, like, let's just keep going home. Like, if they follow us home and get out of the car, then we'll just have to do something, I guess. We're gonna have to kick some ass, dude. Someone's gonna have to get their ass beat. But Doug, of all people, Doug, the biggest motherfucker in the car. You guys know what Doug looks like. He's fucking jacked. He's shredded. He goes to the gym all the time. He was like, no, I don't want to go home. I don't want to show these people are home, which is, you know, is understandable, which is smart. So he kept driving. He got on the highway, like, right past our house. house, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna try to lose these kids on the highway. So Doug is driving, and at the last second, he like switches over from like the third lane all the way to the exit lane, and then we all got super hyped because we thought we lost them. And then the next thing I see is these crazy motherfuckers whipping it through the gore area on the highway. You guys don't know what the gore area is. It's illegal to cross over, but obviously they don't care. And they just fucking whipped it over that, like, not even like in the top of it, like where it's like not that big of a deal. They were about to hit the fucking exit sign, like the sign that said what exit it was. So we're like, oh my god, like these kids won't fuck off. They keep following us. We can't go home. You know, what do we do? And Banks starts talking to them again, and finally these kids like start to understand what we're saying to them. And we still to this moment don't know what we did to piss them off, or like why they were so angry to the point where they were driving like they were gonna cause an accident. They were gonna get someone fucked up, or they were gonna get fucked up. You know, one of the two was gonna happen. But after Banks told them again, you know, what we did and like why, like this was all a big misunderstanding, they just drove off. They got in front of us, and you know, they just made the next right turn, and then they were gone, just like that. So yeah, that was just a pretty weird experience in general that happened yesterday. I just thought I would let you guys know, because I've never experienced anything like that. I've never experienced such road rage, because like I said, I still don't know what we did. Like, we didn't make a wrong turn, we didn't cut anyone off, we didn't do anything. The only thing that I would change about this whole situation is I wish I was the driver. This is my dream, to be in a high-speed chase, not with the law, just with some crazy asshole that's pissed at me. I would have just whipped it the fuck out of there in my Ultima, like, as fast as possible. Like, I've trained for this moment my whole life. I've seen every Fast and Furious movie, all 7 of them, multiple times. I'm ready, but you know, it didn't happen. Next time we get in some crazy chase, I'll be the driver, and I'll let you guys know what happens. But other than that, it's been Alex, or FaZeDab. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I wanted to just tell you this little story that happened yesterday. I thought you guys would all enjoy. Let me know what you think. Other than that, it's been Alex, or FaZeDab. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.